into this episode thinking it was pretty much going to be a standalone episode because it's a special, and with other types of series, when they do specials, they're usually not really related to the plot. And that's pretty much exactly what we got, but I was happy with it. I will say there were, so many kills, and that was awesome, but the very best part was the first opening minutes when Kieran was killed, which was just epic in every single way. It's probably one of the best deaths they've had on this series. So I thought also it was Ghostface. Obviously, it was not our killer who was revealed in this episode, but Ghostface, twisted the neck of the officer, the person in the jail. I thought that was a great kill, but the Kieran kill was even better. I really didn't see that coming, and I think this was the big kill that they had been teasing. So everyone decides to go to this place that's called Murder Island because I guess they just kind of want to get some time away, and they also want to investigate like this urban legend dealing with the story of Anna Hobbs there. And we did learn that Stavo and Noah wrote a book. Obviously, Stavo did the illustrations and Noah wrote a book, and we meet the guy who's been helping them publish it. His name is Jeremy. We're introduced to a lot of new characters in this episode, but most of them do not make it out alive. Emma is totally over Kieran, totally doesn't care that he's dead, and she's ready to move on to someone new, but I think she doesn't really think things through very much. We learned that Audrey has a new girlfriend, and her name is Gina, and right from the start, I think this person is pretty shady, and I don't trust her at all, and I definitely don't trust her for the future of Scream. So we learned the story of Anna Hobbs, we learned the urban legend, and then later Noah is able to clear up what he thinks really happened, and really that doesn't really matter to the whole plot line of the entire series, but it was the major focus of this special. So, one by one, the people were picked off. The different people who we had just met on the island were killed by someone wearing this burlap sack kind of mask, which was the Anna Hobbs mask, and they were killed with these like gardening shears. So the deaths were really brutal and really good, actually. We did get a Ghostface mention though halfway through when Ghostface called like this house that Emma was in, and he was calling her like on the cordless phone, so I was definitely getting vibes from Scream the movie part 1, or the original Scream, but basically saying that she was never going to be able to escape him. And when he told her to turn on the back porch light to find Billy's body, it was definitely reminiscent of Scream the series episode 1 and also Scream the movie. So I always love when they flashback or basically make a reference to the Scream franchise to keep it very connected to the Scream franchise of movies, which I love so very much. So Emma has a love interest in this episode, and his name is Alex, and I knew from the start he was too good to be true, and maybe after knowing him for a few minutes I dubbed him as the potential killer for this episode, and well, it turns out that I was right. So Stavo was kind of a jerk in this episode because before Billy was killed, he kind of went off with her right in front of Brooke, and she kissed him, but he did back off at that point. I still don't trust him. I think he's really shady, but we'll have to deal with that in season 3 because really we didn't get too much into what was going on with the main characters in this episode, but this was definitely an episode where Emma shined and showed her strength. So we soon learn that Alex is the killer because he kills Jeremy and then tries to act like he doesn't really know what happened to him. There's a lot of suspicion surrounding Gina, which I thought was a bit too obvious, and that's why I didn't think she was our killer. But she actually lives through the episode, and it appears she will be in season 3, possibly still playing the role of Audrey's girlfriend. I definitely think that she is shady and could have some connection to the James storyline. So we will have to see how that goes. So basically Alex wasn't really named Alex. He had taken over the identity of someone who was in, I guess, Anna's family. And he was pretty crazy, and he was the reason they all came to Murder Island because I guess he sought them out online, and he felt like he had a soulmate connection to Emma because his parents were murdered, and he was like, a victim of that, and he knew what it was like to lose loved ones, and how she was always being hunted, and he felt like they were true soulmates. Well, actually he was just completely psycho. She was very strong, as I said in this episode, and ended up killing him and pushing him off a balcony. So I kind of figured that all the new characters would be eliminated from this episode, but one did survive, and again, that is Gina. So our ending honestly was kind of underwhelming. I knew we would get that James reference at the end of the episode, but we see Emma's dad. I think he's standing maybe at Kieran's grave. I couldn't make out the grave, so if it wasn't him or wasn't Kieran's, let me know. kind of implicating, I think, that he killed Kieran, which I think is too easy and I don't think he did it. And then you see someone going by the name of James checking into Lakewood. He's being welcomed into Lakewood. I like the motel. Honestly, I feel like, I know Ralph was in the chat saying he feels like this is Troy James. Troy James has definitely been on my radar even though we haven't met him. And it does make a lot of sense that Troy is our big mastermind. I personally think whoever killed Kieran has been working on this from the beginning, was helping Piper, and you saw from the first scenes that Kieran had been working with this guy, but he didn't know who this person was. And I think it's Troy, I really do. I think he's trying to avenge what all happened to his brother and his brother's reputation, which in a way I guess is kind of lame because we've actually never seen Troy and we don't know him. But I am super excited that this show has been renewed for season 3. I don't understand why it's such a short season with 6 episodes, and I have heard there's going to be some shakeup possibly in the cast, which concerns me because I do really love the main cast. But I would love to know down below, what did you think about this episode? Who do you think is our main Ghostface killer? They don't call him Ghostface in this, right? I guess they call him like Brandon James. But anyway, who is your guess for our main killer? And what are your predictions for season 3? What do you want to see happen in season 3? If you are just now seeing me for the first time, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and also thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this episode and this video. And you can look down below to see the other shows that I cover because pretty much all of them are like horror/mystery. So you might actually enjoy those videos as well. But thank you so much for watching this episode of Kelly TV. I'll see you guys real soon. Bye!